The chill of the autumn breeze swept through Maplewood High as the final bell rang, signaling the end of another ordinary school day. Students poured out of classrooms, their laughter contrasting the brooding clouds gathering overhead. In the midst of the crowd stood Emma, a sophomore with an insatiable curiosity and a penchant for the unexplained. Rumors of urban legends swirled around the school like leaves in a storm. The most notorious was that of the Silver Lady, a ghostly figure said to haunt the old abandoned manor on the outskirts of town. Legend had it that many years ago, a young woman adorned in a shimmering silver gown was murdered by her jealous fiancé on the eve of their wedding. Now, her spirit roamed the halls of the deserted house, seeking revenge on the living. Emma had always been drawn to the eerie tales that accompanied the Silver Lady. As weeks passed and Halloween approached, the legend began circulating again, drawing tighter with each retelling. Some kids claimed they've seen her ghostly form at the stroke of midnight, while others whispered of chilling encounters. Icicle fingers brushing against their skin, whispers in the wind calling their names. A mischievous idea sprouted in Emma's head. Determined to unravel the truth behind the urban legend, she gathered a group of her friends, Sam, Jake, and Mia. The four of them had spent countless weekends watching slasher films and scaring each other with stories of things that go bump in the night, but this time, it felt different. This was real. Are you sure about this? Mia's voice quivered slightly, masking her excitement with a veil of uncertainty. Just think of all the stories we can tell, Jake replied, his usual bravado shining brightly. Besides, we'll be fine. It's just an old house. That Saturday night, armed with flashlights, a video camera, and a car full of adrenaline, they set out for the manor. Its silhouette loomed ominously against the bruised sky, paint peeling and windows boarded, the door cracked ajar, as if inviting intruders to a long-forgotten dance. Emma could feel her heart pounding as they stepped onto the creaky porch. Okay, this is it. Let's see if we can find evidence of the Silver Lady. Emma led the way inside, her flashlight illuminating the dusty old furniture and cobwebs choking the corners. The air smelled stale, thick with the scent of decay. The friends navigated through dust-laden rooms, half expecting each creak and sigh to herald the arrival of the ghostly bride. They chatted and joked to stave off the chill creeping into their bones. Yet as they ventured deeper into the heart of the manor, the laughter faded, swallowed by an oppressive silence that seemed to hang in the air. Let's split up and search for clues, Emma proposed, excited by the prospect of adventure. Sam and Mia hesitated, exchanging glances, but Jake was already striding ahead. Come on, think of the stories, he called back, his laughter echoing eerily. Reluctantly, they separated, each illuminating different corners of the house while their own nervous energy kept them close enough to hear each other. Emma trailed down a narrow, winding staircase, leading her to the basement, its damp chill seeping into her bones. She felt a strange pull, as if something was guiding her deeper into the darkness. As she explored the dank cellar, she stumbled upon an ornate mirror, propped against the wall, its glass cloudy but strangely captivating. She felt an inexplicable urge to touch it. Guys, come check this out, she shouted, her voice tinged with both excitement and dread. In a few moments, Sam, Mia, and Jake walked in, their flashlights bouncing off the glass. Whoa, that's kind of cool, Sam mused, but Emma felt uneasy. The mirror seemed different. Something was refracting in the reflections. As they crowded around, their laughter dissipated as the air grew colder. Suddenly, the image in the mirror began to shift. Instead of their own reflections, they saw a figure materializing behind them, an elegant woman clad in shimmering silver. Look, Mia shrieked, pointing to the mirror. The image of the Silver Lady twisted and turned, her eyes hollow, mouth agape in a silent scream. The air turned icy, and an overwhelming sense of despair swept over them. Run, Emma yelled, fear gripping her as she backed away. But the moment they turned to flee, an unseen force gripped their hearts, pulling them back towards the mirror. The once gleaming silver gown of the apparition flickered and morphed into dark shadows, sinking deep into their minds. Panic set in. They stumbled back, frantic to escape the basement, but the walls seemed to close in around them. Emma felt something icy slide down her neck, a breath, or was it a whisper? Stay. They clawed their way back up the stairs, stumbling into a living room that felt like an ever-narrowing trap. The Silver Lady appeared in every reflective surface, a tormenting figure they could not escape. With each passing second, they could feel her anguish, her loneliness and rage crawling beneath their skin, twisting their thoughts. "Please let us go," Sam begged, but they were met with silence except for the echo of their own fear. "Emma, do something," Mia shouted, the madness of the moment igniting desperation. Emma, her heart racing, caught a glimpse of her reflection in the shattered remnants of a mirror frame. The Silver Lady's tormented expression broke through to her, the pain of a love lost. Suddenly, Emma felt a rush of defiance. They couldn't remain trapped in this twisted nightmare. "We're here to set you free," she cried out, ignoring the panic rising within her. The air thickened, shadows swirling violently, but she pressed on. "We understand your pain. Let go of us." Time seemed to freeze, the shadows recoiling as if testing her resolve. And in that fleeting moment, the Silver Lady's face softened, revealing sorrow rather than malice. The grip on their hearts loosened, trembling with a haunting wail that echoed through the house. Then, just as quickly, the shadows dissolved, and the manor shuddered with a final breath. Emma blinked as the basement slowly morphed into sunlight, the haunting memories fading into the background of their fractured laughter. They tumbled out of the house, breathless, hearts hammering in their chests. The Silver Lady had vanished, and so had the weight of her torment. As they stood outside, palms pressed against their chests, the hazy silhouette of the manor remained ominous behind them. In that moment, they understood. Not all urban legends were merely tales designed to frighten. Some had truths rooted in sorrow. They left the property, carrying with them a ghostly chill and a promise they would never speak of that night again, for to share it would extend her agony, and they swore they would never invoke her name again, lest the Silver Lady's yearning return to haunt them through the shadows of Maplewood.